Hey there, and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the dumbbell standing alternating bicep curl. We're going to be taking a neutral grip with this exercise. This can also be called an alternating dumbbell hammer curl. But at the end of the video, I'm also going to be talking about some of the mistakes that you want to avoid with demonstrations, obviously. So just make sure that you're standing around shoulder width apart with your hips and your abs tight, your glutes tight. That's going to hold that lower and upper body together. And also make sure that you're looking forward, that you're not like looking up to the ceiling and placing unnecessary stress on your neck. Also make sure that you curl all the way up to the shoulder and then bring the weight all the way down in a slow and controlled fashion without using momentum. But before we continue with more tips, here's a word from today's video sponsor.
I'm today's video sponsor, and if you'd like help losing fat or gaining muscle, there are a few ways I can help you down below. Either set up a free consultation with us, purchase one of our free affiliate links, or purchase one of our instant access affordable training programs. Can't wait to be of service to you. Now let's get back to the rest of the video.
One key thing when you're doing the vast majority of bicep exercises is to make sure that your elbow position doesn't change. So notice here how my elbows are right at my sides. They're not pointing, forward. They're pointing basically downward or even back a little bit. So that's what you really want to think about. Like if you were to see a side angle, you want to make sure that your arm is right next to your side. You do not want your arm forward. So basically just curl up to the shoulder with your hand, like measure the hand, obviously, like use the hand as a measuring distance. So you basically just go up to your shoulder and then right back down. If you go any higher than that, you can't do that. Like your elbow, your arm is not long enough for you to do that while keeping your elbow at the sides. Unless you're like like gorilla arms or something, your knuckles drag on the floor. But for most people, I would say that that's definitely going to be a good distance to aim for. Also, make sure that you're going all the way down. So notice how I'm locking my elbow at the bottom, and I'm actually flexing my triceps a little bit. That ensures that I'm fully extending at the bottom, and I'm using every possible amount of range of motion that I can in order to activate and stimulate as much muscle as possible. These alternating type of exercises are great because what ends up happening most of the time is that one arm starts to get bigger than the other. In most cases, that's your right arm, and most people are right-handed. That's why most people have bigger right arm biceps than they do their left. So doing exercises like this really, you can't build uneven biceps when they're exact same weight and pushing or pulling the exact same amount of resistance. Using machines that have just like a bar and then you curl the whole thing, that's usually not ideal if you want to build symmetry. Another thing is you want to make sure that you keep your shoulders nice and back as well as low while looking forward. Now here's some common mistakes. We don't want to be doing half reps. Don't do half reps. Don't do 21s or anything like that. Just go all the way up, all the way down. Trust me, it's so much better. It's easier to track and it's going to be more helpful. Also make sure to keep your chin tucked. Don't look up like this and don't place an unnecessary amount of stress on your neck. Also make sure you keep your shoulders down. Don't curl up or scrunch up your shoulders like that. Another thing is keep your elbow position at the exact same position like we said before. Don't bring it forward like that. And don't use momentum. We don't want to be using momentum when we're lifting weights, especially not the first couple reps.